Hi, this is Francie White. I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner in Eugene, Oregon, and today what I have for you is a 5-minute Felde to start connecting the jaw with the pelvis. The jaw is our center for self-expression, and so often when that gets muted, we start clenching our jaw because we want to say something but we can't. So what we can do is we can start transferring a lot of that power and that energy down to the pelvis, which actually does have some power to help us move through this world and to get what we need and want. So let's start out just with a quick body scan. And just notice yourself, notice your pelvis, notice how your head is lying on the mat. And begin the movement, well, actually bring your knees up to standing first. And begin the movement of taking your jaw a little bit left and a little bit right. And keep it really slow at first and small. Stay within your level of discomfort. Notice if you have any pops or clicks. And if you do, just go slower through them. Slow it down. Remember to breathe. And then when you're ready, press on your left foot and roll your pelvis a little bit to the right. And then press on your right foot and roll your pelvis a little bit to the left. And do that a few times. And now connect these two movements with the jaw and the pelvis. Always noticing where you may be getting into an area where it's uncomfortable and staying underneath that. Stay well within your comfort range. And can you feel this movement of the pelvis up through the spine into your head and neck and into your jaw? And then take them opposite. Have the jaw go one direction and the hip the other. It's actually not so easy to do this ATM when I'm trying to talk. I also have some TMJ issues. It'll be interesting to see if the AirPods pick up my clunky jaw on this side. And then go back to the same direction. And then let it all go and rest. And just notice how your pelvis feels. Notice your head. Notice your breath. And now, bring your feet back up to standing. And now, alternate taking your tailbone towards the floor and away from the floor. And if this is tricky for you, and this was really hard for me when I first started trying to do this, so just keep it small, and if you can't find those muscles, tilting your pelvis back means that you're pressing your lumbar spine, your lower back into the floor. And that helped me a lot when I was first starting out because I couldn't locate these muscles at all. And so I was told just to press my lumbar into the floor, and that helped. And then take your tailbone away, so you're tilting your pelvis this way now. So you're rolling your pelvis forward and back. And maybe notice how this movement is traveling up your spine into your head. And maybe your head is rocking, or maybe it's not. Many times the impulse gets trapped somewhere in the chest and in the belly, and it may not. So if it's not moving up and down, then go ahead and let your head move with the pelvis. And now pause. And just a few times, open and close your lower jaw. Just staying within that comfortable range. And now hold this lower jaw and just open your upper. So this part of our skull is coming away from the lower jaw. And now let's see what happens when we put the pelvic tilt together with opening and closing our mouth. What are you doing? Are you opening the jaw or are you opening the skull? I'm opening the jaw at this point. Now hold this still. There it goes. And notice when you're tilting upward, the skull opens. So these are two ways to open the mouth, and then just open and close the mouth. And then let that all go. Rest for a moment. And this is part one. And in part two, we'll do circles. Yay. So come on up to sitting and then up to standing. And I'll see you in the next video.